Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make Donald Duck's Clubhouse from the show Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. In this video, not only will I show you how to make the entire outside of the clubhouse, but I have also made the inside as well. Fun fact, I am hidden somewhere in the intro of this video. Let me know down there in the comment section if, where and when you found me. This is the amount of space required to make the clubhouse, a 33 by 33 block area as represented by this handy grid on the screen. To find the starting position, begin at the front left hand corner of the grid, count to the right, find the 14th block, and then count inwards and find the 9th block. That is where we begin. And here are all of the materials that we will use throughout the build. Please do make sure that you have access to all of these. Begin the build by placing 2 white concrete in a row on the ground. 1, 2. Then place a spruce plank and extend up by 2. 1, 2. Extend to the right 2. 1, 2, and then down to the ground. Place 2 white concrete to the right, 1, 2. Look down at the ground like this, and place a white concrete extending back and to the right. Extend right 1. Place 2 white concrete back and to the right, 1, 2. Extend up 1. Place a white concrete up and to the right, and extend up by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Place a white concrete back and to the left. Extend up 1. Place 2 white concrete extending up and left. Extend left 1. Place a white concrete extending up and left. And extend left by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Place a white concrete forwards and left, and extend left 1. Place 2 white concrete extending forwards and left, 1, 2, and extend down 1. Place a white concrete extending forwards and left, and down by 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Place a white concrete extending forwards and right, and down by 1. Place 2 white concrete extending forwards and right, 1, 2, and just connect all the way back to where we first started. That will give us this shape, which is basically a circle. We now want to come to this side of our circle and place a row of 5 light blue concrete on top of this block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Extend to the right and down to the opposite side of this row. We then want to place a light blue concrete here, and here, here, and here to give us this. We then come onto the opposite side of the build and we actually want to do the exact same thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, extend across and down to the opposite side of the row, and we place a light blue concrete here, 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 and here. Just like this. Then we are going to place light blue concrete on top of all of our other white concretes, and this is going to give us our walls, or at least most of our walls. Now that we have the bottom of our walls, we are now going to add an additional layer of light blue concrete that sits above and inside of the top of our walls. The light blue concrete is going to extend along the top of the inside of this shape, and it will connect together in the corners. So, like this. We will then place another layer of light blue concrete that does the exact same thing, but the difference is, after we have made this shape, we will fill it in with light blue concrete. Now we just want to make a couple of adjustments. We will replace this light blue concrete here with a yellow concrete. We will place an additional yellow concrete here, and we will replace this block with a yellow concrete as well. And we also want to do the same thing here. So we replace this block, add one here, replace this block, just like so. And then on this side of the build, the exact same thing. So replace, place, replace. Replace, place, replace. Just like this. Next, we have to make an overhang above the door. To place this, we will start right here in this position. We will place 1, 2 yellow concrete, extend up, right, 2, down, right, just like so. We will then extend all of these blocks forwards, and then we will extend these blocks an additional 2 rows forward. So starting from here to here, and then another row just like this. And then we will extend these blocks back just at the top here, and there we go. On the opposite side of the clubhouse, we want to place a row of 1, 2, 3 yellow concrete in the middle of the wall, which we then want to turn into a 3 by 3 row of concrete, which we then want to extend forwards one entire row, just like this. We then want to place a row of 9, starting here, extending up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then extend 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we can extend down. We can extend the yellow concrete out to this side, 1 row. We can fill this gap in with yellow concrete. So this is the visible part, and then we can fill this entire area in with yellow concrete. So we want to have something that should look like a solid shape, just like this. And then we're going to extend the middle of this up a little bit. So these 3 rows here, we will add an additional 2 rows on top of them. 1 and 2, just to shape the foot a little bit. Next, we are going to do the hard part, which is the top. Begin by placing a black concrete right in the very middle of the top of the clubhouse. So that should be the middle. You know it's the middle if you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows in any given direction. So 6 rows that way, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows this way, and it'll be the same in the other 2. By the way, this kind of reminds me of an angry bird, which, funnily enough, Donald is an angry bird. So all the way around this black concrete, we want to add an additional layer of black concrete. We then want to add another layer of black concrete all the way around this, just like so. Then we want to extend the sides of this shape outwards, and it will create a plus shape like this. We will then place a black concrete on top of this block specifically. So this does have to be specific. It's right here on this side, extending up from this corner light blue concrete on top, extend out by 3, 1, 2, 3. We then want to extend to the right by 3, 1, 2, 3. Down 1, right 1. We can then extend. Okay, so it's kind of easier to take this view again. So we're kind of extending up, and then right, and up, and right, just like this. And then we extend up by 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we extend left, and up, and left, and up. We then extend left by 1, and then up 1, left by 3, 1, 2, 3. We then extend up 1, and then left by 3, 1, 2, 3. Up 1, left 3, 1, 2, 3. Up 1, left 2. And then we kind of take this view again because it's just easier. And then we extend in 1, left 1, in 1, left 1, and then down by 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then right, forwards, and then right by 2, 1, 2, and then we extend down, right by 3, 1, 2, 3, down, and then right by 1, 2, 3. And this gives us the shape that we're looking for. It's quite a tricky shape, to be quite honest. From here, we now want to take each one of these levels of the hat. So you can see these are all at different altitudes right now. We want to take each one of the levels of the hat, and we want to add an additional layer of 2 light blue concrete on top of them. So like this level, for instance, 1, 2. And then this level, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, if this makes sense. So what we can then do is we can start placing the light blue concrete. We can start extending it around to the rows that we have just placed, just like this. And it might be easier to also do it on this side as well, so to make these guiding rows. And we are placing these to make sure that we don't place the rows any higher. So from here, we can now extend these blocks this way, and we can fill in these gaps that are left. So we can do this extending up the side like this, and then we'll come back to this side like so. And then we can extend these blocks all the way around to each other. So just like this. Now I'll show you what the shape wants to look like from the side in a second, because maybe it's a little bit easier to kind of like keep track of things like this. But this is what we want to have. And from here, we can extend the black concrete, or at least the sides of the black concrete. We can extend it up, and it wants to join to where the base of the light blue concrete is. So, or where the light blue concrete should be. If you want, you can just extend the black concrete up much further than you would have to, and it just might make things a little bit easier for you. So we'll extend it up quite high, just like this, because we want to give the appearance that the black concrete like connects, or rather the light blue concrete wants to kind of like sit along the side of the black concrete, so kind of like this. It looks quite cool once it's done, like so. It's not just like a flat shape, and that's what kind of makes it tricky to make, but it's also what makes it a cool shape. And we're just going to connect the entire bottom of the hat together, which is, once again, everything about this particular part is rather tricky because of different angles, and the shape is just kind of like a little bit crazy by itself, but hopefully I've made it a little bit easier. So I think that the bottom part of the hat is all filled in, so that's fantastic. And then I also don't... It might be easiest to keep track from the inside, actually. So, yeah, I think so. I probably just should have filled it in from the inside. So if you are having trouble keeping track of like what's filled in, what's not filled in, I think having a look at it like this is probably the easiest thing to do. And then we can just completely fill the very top in once the bottom has been filled in. It's definitely easier to do it this way around than the other. And in a few cases I just have to remove some of the black concrete, which is fine because we extended it up further than we had to anyway. And once we've done that, we should be left with this shape, which is absolutely perfect. Now, there is also what I suppose would be called a little bit of ribbon hanging down from the hat. So in this position, we place 2 rows of black concrete here. So 2 by 2 rows, and then we extend this block down. So we kind of get this effect. You do also have the option of placing some buttons as well. So we can place a bamboo button here, and we can place a bamboo button here, and also here, and here, and here, extending up the side. This actually seems a little bit close in retrospect, so we'll place it there. I think that that's a bit better, or maybe we'll just place it like either on the end here. No, okay. So maybe we'll place it like that, although it does kind of seem like one's missing this way, so maybe we'll just place it there. And then that's okay. So you can place the buttons if you like, and it does add a little something to the hat. And then we would do the same on this opposite side. So we settled on here, and then we can place them here, 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 and here. Oh, if you can't tell, the buttons are placed like right in the middle. This is kind of like split up into cubes. The buttons are like in the middle of the cube, so that's how we decided how to do that. You can do the exact same thing on the side, so you can place like one in the middle, then leave a gap of 2 either side, so you can have the buttons here as well on this side at the bottom of the hat, and you can have the same thing here up at the top of the hat as well. And that will give us this. Next, we are going to make a pathway to the clubhouse. So first of all, we're just going to replace this grass block here with light blue concrete, place an oak door here, stone button here. We will remove 2 rows in front of the door and replace these with yellow terracotta. And then we will replace a 2x2 square here, replace this with stone. And then we will delete this block here, replace it with stone. So we will have this. And then, starting here, just off to the side, we will place a row of yellow terracotta that extends all the way around the edge of our grid. So this is just going to box in the clubhouse. In the actual show, when Donald makes his clubhouse, the wall of the clubhouse is actually a multi-coloured brick, and it's quite an interesting shape as well. However, I tried to replicate it, and it didn't really work. It didn't look great, so I've just decided to use yellow terracotta, but you could make it like rainbowy if you liked. I'm going to destroy another row just either side like this. And then in the corners of the clubhouse, we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4 terracotta, 1, 2, 3, and then a yellow terracotta here in the corner. And then we are just going to remove the blocks along the outside to create a curve. And it's really simple. We'll do this in all of the other corners. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1 in the corner, just like this. And we'll do this here, here, and in every other corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1 in the corner. And then lastly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, corner. And that will give us this. With the entire outside of the clubhouse complete, we can now head inside and work on the interior. The first thing we have to do is destroy some of the ceiling. So we're going to find the very middle of the ceiling. We should be able to do this by lining up with the middle of this wall here, up to the ceiling, and then lining up with the door. So if you can just cross-sect those 2 points, that's the middle. We then want to destroy all the way around this area. Just like this. We then want to destroy another row all the way around this area. We then want to remove one row on all sides like this. So we basically want to make the exact same shape that we have directly above us. And this should be it. You know, if you went too far, if you destroy a block and you can see directly out of the clubhouse. Okay, so from here, we are now, I'm just going to move the cyan concrete closer to the blue. We are now going to place an alternating blue and cyan concrete ring extending all the way around the inside of this space. Just like this. You know, I actually didn't plan to do this now, but it makes sense to. In the middle of the ceiling, we will place an ochre frog light. Extend it down another row, and place a row of upside down stone stairs around the first frog light. We will then place iron bars extending down and underneath the frog light on all of the flat sides, not the diagonal ones. Then, on this side, opposite the main entrance, we will place, dangling down, a row of 1, 2, 3 chain, and a pale oak fence underneath, and that is the light. Next, we are going to place a layer of blue concrete around the inside of the base of the walls. We want to do it in such a way that the blue concrete does not connect together in the corners. On the opposite wall to the entrance, we want to remove the middle block and the one left and right. We will place 1, 2 light blue terracotta in the middle and surround that with blue terracotta. We also want to place stone buttons all the way along the outside of the purple terracotta. Next, we are going to place red concrete along the inside of the windows on the left and right side. So there and there, and here and here. So the effect from the outside is this. So they're effectively curtains. And if you wanted to, you can cover up the entire window with the red concrete if you like, as they are able to be drawn. Then we are going to fill the remaining parts of the walls in using yellow terracotta. So just stacking up on top of the blue concrete, and I'm just doing this extending all the way around the build. It doesn't really matter how you do it, but we are going to fill in the walls with yellow terracotta, just like this. And I guess we just go straight over the entrance as well. Or maybe we'll even... No, we'll leave the entrance alone. I was going to add yellow terracotta and blue concrete around the entrance to kind of like hide it. But I think that we'll leave it so that it's a little bit more... So it stands out a little bit more, I think. I don't know whether it looks better to leave the blue concrete of the window alone or to place yellow terracotta behind. Part of me thinks the yellow terracotta, but I think it's a personal choice. So now that we've filled in like the low parts of the walls, we do have to fill in... So any light blue concrete or yellow concrete, anything other than yellow terracotta or the combination of cyan and blue concrete that we have for the ceiling, we want to cover it all up. So, like for the sides, it'll end up looking like this. And then for the ceiling, we do just want to cover, basically, we want to see no light blue concrete is the long and short of it. But at the same time, we want to place the least amount of yellow terracotta as possible. So we've just got to be mindful of that. And this is what it'll end up looking like. This looks pretty good. Now we are going to remove the grass block of the floor. Just like this. So, for the floor, we're going to pretty much place light blue concrete for the entire floor, but speckled throughout the floor, and you can do this now or you can do this later, there will be cyan concrete. So there'll be like single cyan concretes, 2x2 squares of cyan concretes. We basically kind of want to speckle the floor. I don't really know how else to put it. We kind of want to like speckle the floor with cyan concrete, kind of make it a little bit polka dotty. Some larger polka dots, some smaller ones. There's not really much of a method to this other than kind of just like trying to place it a little bit randomly, which is very hard. But I think something like this will look fine. It might even be too much. I usually find it easier to do something like this after the floor's been filled in with like full-on light blue concrete, but it is kind of just a waste of time. Like, might as well just do it as we are filling the floor in. So an effect like this looks pretty good. Mine kind of looks like a pattern of some sort. I think that the way that I've done it, like, it's meant to look a bit more random, but it depends how nitpicky you're being. But regardless, something like this looks just fine. Next, we are going to add rows of spruce planks in the corners. So they go literally just in each one of the four corners, and we are able to replace the yellow terracotta that is at the top of the wall with the spruce plank as well. We probably should have just done this before the floor, but that's perfectly fine. So in each one of the four corners, there we go. Next to the door, at this end of the build, we will place 1, 2 stone brick walls here and an oak trapdoor here. 2 smooth quartz stair here, 1, 2, and then we will extend the stair 1, 2 this way, and then extend around in a ring. There is a bathtub here. On this side of the room, starting from, let's say, here, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 iron chains hanging down. Acacia slab underneath, extend left, 1, 2, add another row of slabs, and then we will place chains, extending up from each one of the corners all the way up to the top. Just like this. This is meant to be a hammock. It's probably quite uncomfortable since it's made out of wood, but what can you do? Next, we have to make an anchor for the hammock. You heard that correctly. So, in this position right here, we will place a bamboo stair. To the right of it, we will place 2 rows of bamboo. So we'll use the slab to make 2 solid blocks. Bamboo stair on the opposite side, and then 1, 2 bamboo fence on top. And then we will extend iron chains all the way up to the ceiling like this. We will then place a bamboo fence gate here and here. We will place a double chest here, a spruce fence here with 2 light blue concrete on top, and a lever here. And whilst it might look a little bit random and sparse, this is the clubhouse. And with that final detail added, we have officially completed this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.